Hello farmers, welcome back to Hazzard County. Last day of fall in the afternoon hours. We are picking up some flour to bring to the bakery, I do believe it is. The price is pretty decent. That's the wrong page. We want to be here. Let's come on all the way down to here. Flour. Yeah, so almost $2,200 at the bakery. That's what's going on for us. As for the rest of the map and what's going on in our fields, we have Reduce Fire. Yeah, he's cultivating field 40. Field 96 and 97 have been done. We did 96 and did 97 in between episodes. Our class tractor, he's putting down some fertilizer in field 39 because when the Reduce Fire gets done with cultivating field 40, he'll cultivate field 39. So that way when we go seed it in the spring, these will get our second stage of fertilization down, and these will be all done. That is what we are doing today. Also, the grass field. We mowed grass. It's sitting there. It's dry grass. We're just waiting for it to turn to hay. If it doesn't turn to hay, we'll just pick it up and make silage out of it. I don't really need silage or anything like that, but the grass field's there. We did it. Probably the last time we mowed that field, we'll probably be putting down a big shed there for our equipment for next season, which will be our last season here in Hazzard County. Also, I have missed it, but there was an update to the map back just before New Year's. I think he uploaded it on the 30th of December. So if you haven't uploaded the newest version of Hazzard County since, well, basically New Year's, you may want to go grab it. I didn't read any of the notes to see what was updated, but the one thing I do know that's part of it is dynamic dirt, I believe it's called. So when you go through like a mud pile, you'll see mud splashing around. Am I going to see any? And that was the road I wanted. Yes, it was. Yeah, so you'll see mud splashing around. We'll see some today, I'm sure. I'm going to be going through the farmyard, which does have some mud in it. So yeah, we'll see some mud splashing around. Like I said, I didn't really read the patch notes to see what else may have been added to the map or fixes or anything like that. That's all I really know. I just saw, like, oh, there's an update. I downloaded it and installed it, and away I went. And actually, that's not where I wanted to go, is it? Yes, it is. Yes, yeah, I already forgot where I'm going. I was trying to remember the shortcut. The shortcut is through the BGA instead of driving all the way up to the main road. So, yeah, we should get almost $250,000 from this load alone, which is good because we need just shy of $1 million to pay for the equipment that we ordered at the store, and that stuff should be here late winter or so. That's what I told the store I would like to have it arrive, and I should have the cash by then to pay for it all. But yeah, I'm pretty much going to breeze right through the winter. Probably after this episode here, if everything goes according to plan, I'll just breeze through winter, feeding the animals. Pretty much that's just it. Maybe fix some of the equipment that I haven't fixed already. Get it all set for next year. That's all we're really doing. And like today, we're just prepping some fields and selling stuff. I got to bring some of the corn down to the ethanol plant so we can sell some of that diesel fuel. And I can sell that anytime because the diesel, I'll just wait for a great demand like we did last time. But today we'll be bringing down the corn and also the water tanker to give it some water because it requires water and corn. All right, time for that money to skyrocket. There it goes. Yeah, so we have no loan anymore. We got rid of that like a couple episodes ago, something like that. So any money that you see, that is ours. We owe the bank nothing. Absolutely nothing. So after this load here, I still got one more trip to go to the flour mill and bring it back here. So I've been thinking about next season, what to do on the fields, and I thought, well, we'll check the crop rotation, whatever. But since it's going to be our last season, I think we'll just plant down some, I think where the corn fields were, we'll plant down hops. And I think the big fields, I'm going to try to stay away from cereal crop because we don't really need any more to feed the animals or anything like that. So yeah, stay away from cereal crops so I don't get no straw or anything like that. But I think we'll put like maybe soybean in one. And what else can we put? put over there. I thought about maybe doing some root crop, maybe red cabbage or something like that. But that would be, if I do root crop, it's going to be in the small fields over by the sheep farm. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out. Yeah, so like hops and what? Actually, the odd crops are down. I won't say odd crops, but the multi-fruit crops are down here. Yeah, so we've already done spelt, we've done rye, so I think we'll do hops. I've done hops before, but we'll do it again over there. And like I said, probably just plant down some soybean and sunflower or canola in the big field. Stay with. I mean, I guess I could do a cereal crop, and that's fine. Just we won't do a straw swath. We'll just chop it up, and I don't feel like baling all that straw and selling it. Because we're not here to get any more cash to pay off a loan, because we've done that. So yeah, we're all set. So yeah, I'm not going to buy any more land to put the big shed down. We're just going to put the big shed on down in the grass field at the main farm. I don't need any more grass. I got plenty of hay bales at the sheep farm. So we're set there. As for the horses, I also fed them, and they're still only taking a small amount of oats. So I'm not really sure. Nope, that's not the road I want. Yeah, they only take a small amount of oats, and I'm not really sure what that's all about. But as long as I keep them fed, they're fine, and they're not. I mean, they got plenty of hay, and they may need some straw by the end of the day, so I'll have to take care of that before I skip to the day. But that's where we kind of stand here on the map, or sit in the truck, as I should say. That's where we sit in the truck on the map. We're pretty much all set to go for winter. Just want to get a lot of this stuff sold and moved before, in case we get lots of snow and it gets difficult driving around. Just checking for the train, because there's no train signals here, so you never know when the train's going to be coming around the corner. The Dude's fire is getting kind of low on the DEF fluid, so hopefully he can finish the job that he's on. He's not burning through it that quickly, but I'm hoping he can get both of those fields done today. Well, today, probably not today, but hopefully he can get them both done before I have to go over it and service it. That's the only thing I'm trying to do, is hold it off until it's done for the season. Then I can really service it well. And this will probably be the last time we're at the flour mill, because like I said, I'm not going to do any more cereal crops to do for next season. I mean, we made plenty of cash off of this, but then again, we had plenty of barley to bring on down here, and that was kind of the plan, I think. Well, it wasn't. I don't think it was the plan at the beginning. I just happened to buy a field that had barley in it, and voila. All right, so another 76,000 liters. That's probably 150 grand, which would be really nice. So almost up to $500,000 of cash in our bank account. So here is the rest of the flour being sold. Like I said, we're going to be just shy of $500,000. And then it's time to go back to the main farm, hitch up the other trailer, fill this up with some corn, head on down to the ethanol plant, fill it up. Then I'll have to grab the water tanker, and then head on down to the ethanol plant again with some water, and we can start making ethanol, just in case. You never know when there's going to be a great demand for some diesel fuel around the map. So we want to get that up and going. So back to the main farm we go to fill up our trailers. Looks like the cultivating job on Field 40 is coming along nicely, but as we enter the main farm here, see if I can show you some of this dynamic dirt or mud. You can see some mud splashed up there. Just watch around the tires, you can see some dirt and mud flying about now and then. So that was a little add-on to the map for sure. But we are here to gather up some corn, so let's hitch up to the other trailer. Like that. Let's uncover that one. Uncover that one. They should both be uncovered. Yep. So we have plenty of corn to bring on down to the ethanol plant. I think it was 600,000 liters. I do believe we do have sitting in the silo. Am I not over? Why is that not registering? Okay, that's interesting. Not registering the first trailer. How about the second one? Alright, figured out what the problem is. It's the DEF fuel containers. I do believe I have one down here. Okay, so that's a full one. That's a full one. Where's my empty one? There it is. Can I grab that? Put that empty, well, not empty one, but not so full. So when I was hitting R to refill, basically, even though these containers are nowhere near you, if you have like an empty one or one that's not completely full, the canisters will keep refilling one another. It came to me just as I was doing, like, hey, I did that before, and I said I wouldn't do it again, and yes, I did. I did it again. Yeah, so now we should be able to come in here. It was actually the HUD. When I turned on the HUD, it was like, HUD's telling me I'm refilling something. What am I refilling? Oh, yeah, those are your DEF fluid containers. There we go. That's always helpful. Yeah, so we got 600,000 liters of corn in here. So this is going to take a while to fill up 240,000 liters in these two trailers. So I think I'll just meet you down at the ethanol plant. I'll leave the trailers, actually, yeah, the trailers I can bring back, because the trailers are only going to transport the corn for us down to the ethanol plant. Yeah, so I can bring these trailers back. I can load them back up and just leave them here. It's the tanker that we have that has water, and that's what we're going to need to refill with some diesel fuel. Are there any great demands for diesel fuel today going on right now? Probably not. No. But those prices, I consider those prices pretty decent anyways. So I think when we have a great demand, the price can get up to 3,000. I think we sold at 3,000 last time. What about rye and spelt? 776, 788. Got tons of that to sell. Unless there's a great demand, I think we can hang on to it for now. I can sell that at any time because these prices do not fluctuate at all. Well, they fluctuate here, but it's not like a season where the prices are better than others. So maybe during the winter time I could sell that, I suppose, when I feel good, or I could just hang on to it for whatever. That's only if we don't have enough cash to pay for equipment that we ordered. You can take some corn as well. There, that looks a little bit better. So yeah, I'll meet you down at the ethanol plant, and we'll stick some corn in there. And then eventually get the water tanker, which is sitting over by our strawberry patch, which I filled with manure earlier this morning. So that's making strawberries as well. So I'll see you in just a little bit. And we have arrived. Luckily this truck has plenty of horsepower when you're trying to haul 250,000 liters of corn. You need that horsepower. Needs a little bit more braking power, or I just need to drive slower once in a while. Yeah, I mean, you get going even at 35 miles an hour, and you come up to corner, hit the brakes. Yeah, that many liters will push you around for sure. Any meters here yet? Yeah, pick up your diesel here. Eventually we shall. So for every 75% corn that we use is 25% water. Alright. We got plenty of corn for sure. And I don't know if I got any water here, so I don't know if it's actually making diesel fuel right at the very moment. It will here shortly. I don't know what the capacity of the ethanol plant is, so hopefully it can take all 240,000 liters. If it does, it does. If it doesn't, well, then the trailers will sit here, I suppose, until they're empty. Or maybe I'll just bring them back and top them off anyways. I gotta go back, so yeah, I might as well bring them with. Let's go ahead and select the next trailer. I probably could have unloaded both at the same time. So I am curious while I'm just sitting here. I wonder what the weather's going to be like for the next few days. So tomorrow looks like snow. Pretty decent chance. And then looks like, it'll change back to rain and snow. Then the rest of the winter doesn't look that bad, really. Temperature-wise, pretty decent. Something I can live with for sure. The grass, when I was filling up the corn, I did go check, and the grass is still dry grass. So by the end of the day, I think, or I could just wait until morning maybe. Maybe by morning it'll have turned to hay. Who knows? But I think I can get more cash for it. Well, I can't sell grass. So either if I bale the grass, we'll turn that into silage. If I can bale the hay, I think we'll go up to Cletus's and give him some hay bales. I think he might need some. Anyways, I need to head back to the main farm, fill up the trailers again. But next trip down, I'm not going to be able to come in there like that. Next trip down will be the water tanker full of water to give this thing some water so it can definitely go ahead and make some ethanol fuel. And hopefully I can turn around in here. Oh, I sure can. Plenty of room. Yeah, so I might just see you back down here with the water tanker. We have ourselves a tanker full of water. The Wilson tandem trailer is full back at the farm with 240,000 liters of corn. And now we're going to give the plant some water, and I think I can check some of the stats here with the tanker at least. Do I got to go here, or do I got to go over there? I forgot. Is this where you want the water? Yes, it is. Then we'll drive around and see if I have any diesel fuel in here to begin with. If I do, that means I had water left over, which is pretty neat, but whatever. Like I said, I don't have no plans to sell it today. We're just going to wait for maybe a great demand or when I need it in the late winter time to help pay for. If I hit R, is it going to fill up with diesel fuel? I may not want to do that. I think if I hit R, it's going to fill up with diesel fuel. And I don't want to, then I don't have a tanker to fill up with water. Let's just, I was just curious to see how much diesel fuel I had in there. It doesn't really matter, I suppose. Our class tractor is done seeding, fertilizing field 39, is it? So I need to go ahead and grab that and head on over to that little section field that's on the other side of the riverbed. We'll fertilize that as well. And then the class tractor is pretty much done for the season as well. Unless, other than taking care of the animals, that's what I kind of use it for. So I'm going to go back to the farm. I'm going to bring this tanker with us, obviously, because I need to probably get some more water and come on down here and fill up the ethanol plant when needed. But, yeah, we're going to go back to the farm. I got some stuff to do there, where we're going to clean up some tractors, or not tractors, but equipment, tractors, repair some stuff, put some stuff away. It's time to really get the stuff in the garage, because winter is just about here. I did turn the speed down to normal time, just because being late fall, it's going to get dark kind of early, and the Dutz Fire is I would say like 60% done with that field. So yeah, and where did I just turn? I mean I completely went right past the road I needed to go through. That's what you get when you're trying to talk and drive at the same time. I can't do that apparently. So I'm going to head back to the farm where we're going to move some stuff around and maybe take a look at the grass field to see if that grass has turned to hay yet. I don't know. Fingers crossed, I suppose. Jumping into the class tractor, as we can see, the grass in the grass field is still dry grass. So, yeah, I'm not really sure. And now the drying is right at 0, which means not benefiting from anything, but not losing anything either. So it's just normal drying, I suppose. And when winter comes, I'm pretty sure it's going to get kind of on the wet side. I don't know. Like I said, it'll be what it bees. I think what I might do is sleep overnight if it hasn't turned yet, and then wake up in the morning, and depending on what it is, we'll go ahead and pick it up. Either way, whatever it is, if it's just still dry grass or maybe even wet grass at that point, because who knows what happens overnight, we'll just bale it up. And if it's grass, like I said, we'll take it to the silage maker and we'll make silage out of it. And if it's hay, well, then we'll just bale it up, pick it up, and put it in a barn somewhere, or just bring it right up to Cletus's and he can have it. Right now, we're in field 39. This field has been fertilized. It now just needs to be cultivated. So when spring rolls around and we seed it, we'll have our second stage of fertilization down. Then we just have to fertilize it one more time. Just trying to limit the amount of work that we have to do next season. So it's just a matter of planting and a little bit of maintenance, and we will be good to go. This little section of the field that we're going down back here does require some lime. It's the only field that does, but since it's so small, well, I mean, it is kind of a small field here. Let's be honest, but it's not that small. But it's small enough to where it's like I'm not going to go get some lime and fill it up and come back here and just spread some lime. If we were doing more than one more season, then I probably would. But since just one more season to go, I think we can deal with it. We'll lose probably, I think it's what, 15% when it comes to lime. So yeah, we'll lose like 15% of the yield, but it's not that big of a field to be too concerned about. Yeah, but the rest of our fields are pretty much ready to go. All the fields behind the farm, over towards the house, I'm not going to bother fertilizing those and cultivating it. We'll just seed those and then have to fertilize it twice. It's not that big of a deal for this class tractor. It can manage for sure. And like I said, if we only get 2 stages of fertilization down on it, or whatever it may be, that's what it be. Because the farm is doing fine on money. I mean, we're up to $500,000, which sounds like a lot, but farms do go through the cash pretty quick. And like I said, we still need $1 million to pay for the equipment coming in late winter, which will not be a problem. We got the cash for all that. But other than that, I think the farm has done rather well. That's because we did a lot of contracts in the first season. And then, of course, buying this land over here for $1.6 million, that really paid off dividends, because when it came time for harvest, we got our money's worth out of it for sure. So the Dude's Fire is actually doing better than I thought in field, that's field 40. He's getting along a lot better. I forgot in field 40, he kind of, after Courseplay does the headlands, he kind of goes at an angle. So I was like, man, you got a lot of the field left. But actually, he already had a lot of the other side field done that I didn't think he had done. So he's getting along well. Then, of course, you'll have to cultivate this field over here. Well, this field and that field. I think it's time to rinse off some of the vehicles that we have here just to get some of the dirt off, or all the dirt off as much as we can. That looks filthy. They all look filthy. So we're pretty much wrapping up the day here. I'm just waiting for the Dude's Fire to get done, and then I'm probably going to call it quits. While I'm waiting for him to get done, I may grab the Volvo truck and head on down and give the ethanol plant some more corn, just so it has enough to go through the night. It may need water as well to go through the night, but it gets done when it gets done. Let's go ahead and give our baling trailer a good wash. That delivered, I don't know, we'll just say like 900 to 1,000 bales of straw, I think is what we end up delivering this year. And can the hose reach? No, I don't think the truck's going to get washed, which is fine. It's fine. Alright, so the fertilizer spreader can go into this shed over here. I think we'll just put that right in front of the corn, hops, sunflower header. Lower that down. And push it back far enough with the tractor because I accidentally hit the wrong pedal. Squeeze through here. Our auger wagon is good to be put away. And that's going to be pretty much it to be putting stuff away for now. So we'll probably have one more episode, and we'll just call that episode like wintertime. It's pretty much just take care of the ethanol plant, maybe sell some stuff, and probably get our new equipment as well. We'll be skipping some days. Well, I don't want to say skip some days, but you'll be skipping some days. I'll be probably just going through making sure all the animals are taken care of. There we go. I don't think I can fit anything else in that shed, or at least through that door. Go ahead and close that. I forgot what went here. It's a good question. I have no idea what went there, but it's all fine. Yeah, so our grass is still grass, which is kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is. I think I'll park this here for now because I probably could clean out the animals a little bit, but let's see, how are the animals actually doing right now? For the most part, they're fine. 25 cows, 8 horses, 73 sheep, 400 chickens. So the chickens are maxed out. We know the horses are not gonna reproduce at all. So it's just a matter of cows and sheep reproducing. Yeah, this year, not sure. As for the shed, probably gonna put the shed down over in that section so we can drive through. I know it's right on top of our grass field, but since we're only doing one more season, like I said, I don't really need any more hay or grass, so it's not that big of a deal. If I was going to be here long term, then I would not put a shed on top of the grass field. I'd probably buy more land. Like this land over here would be good. And I'd put it right probably down in this grass field, which is technically not a field. So it won't yield as well as a field would, like this field. Field info. Yeah, so that's where we kind of stand there. Oh, looks like, I think he is done cultivating. Yes, he is. He is done cultivating. How are we doing on the DEF fluid? 8%. All right, not too bad. I think you have enough to do field 39 before we run out of DEF fluid, I think. Yeah, so next episode, he'll be, I think I'll just go put DEF fluid in it. I mean, why not? I mean, it's not going to take me long to get there. And I'll use a canister that's kind of empty. I don't want him to get halfway through and then run out of DEF fluid. That would just be just wasting time. And I'm not going to have him start now. So you can see it's going to be 4:30 in the afternoon here. And it's starting to get a little dark. You can see the lights are coming on. The lights in that shed are always on because I left them on. Is that close enough? Or it is close enough, but the problem is the DEF fluid tank is on this side of the tractor. There we go. So that should be good enough for him for now. And I'll go put him back next to field 39 so I know what he's going to be doing next. And that way our big fields next spring are pretty well set to go. So that's the last, field job I have for the season, which is cultivate this field. And the rest is pretty much just take care of the crops, feed the ethanol plant as much as I can. Well, we got that field work there to do, but that shouldn't take me too long. I keep forgetting about the grass, and then my brain goes, hey, did you forget about the grass? I know. I think the reason why I keep forgetting about the grass is because it's one of those things I really don't need at the moment. But I think that's where we're going to wrap it up for today, guys. We got this field all set to go, and the weeds are already grown back in. I haven't done no weed prevention at all on this map, so I don't know if that means the weeds will grow back faster and more so in the field. I have no idea how that works, but yeah, I don't think we're going to worry too much about the weeds at all. But like I said, that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always, and I'll catch you next time in Hazzard County. But until then, have a good one. When are you going to turn to hay? If not, you're just going to be made in silage.